Hello, welcome back to Last Turner. Last time the trial started. Now we're cross-examining this old bag still. Hold on. We've already started the cross-examination. How do you know that? Huh? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then, after some rubbish about it being a secret pal, he told me everything. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts. I like donuts. I like sugar ring donuts better than jam donuts. And I only like jam donuts and ring donuts. Oh, quite, sorry. Nobody's suspicious looking past by at all. Nobody's suspicious looking. No one else went there. Can only assume the fact that this is photo 2.
Objection!
Yeah, I did it. Death slam. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sir, son. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right, anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo I printed the words October 15th, 2 PM, photo number 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 PM on October 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I know that too. The issue here is a bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2. The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. You could have erased the data for the other photo. Death slam. Putting a point. Only someone with access. The security lady herself. Eh? You watch your mouth, Mr. Snapper. The only person I saw that day was Paul Powers. But the camera on the gate followed twice. That means 2 people weren't by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help. Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. So now you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Oh, she having a moment. Whippersnapper. Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? That's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. Gossip. I say. Your testimony, please. Even the judge is fed up with her. Every day, after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it. Right, anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I say that was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Aye. This woman. I think I need to press the last statement. That would make sense. Hold it. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows wheres. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks. This is a bit freaky, actually. I'm not going through no drains for nothing. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Oh. So they can't be the killer. Because there's no way a kid is holding this thing. It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? I can't remember what this music's called. All I had to do is announce the truth. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai, dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay you much mind. That's why I raised the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there, that makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. Devil. I'd like to take a 5-minute recess. I want the defence and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. I didn't forget anything, Mr. Judge Man. I'll be mad at me. Mr. WP? Yes? Tell me straight, while you read it in your dressing room, you didn't go to the studio. I didn't go to the studio, I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? How should he know? He was asleep. It was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal the Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're fucked, my friend. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are we going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right. But if you pick the wrong person, you may lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. Oh. Isn't this whole targeting someone else thing, isn't that like a typical slimy lawyer thing to do? What, just want no one likes them? The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's fault on this matter? The prosecution's fault is simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else who could have committed the crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defence agreed. No, it doesn't. It disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order. Interesting. Let us hear what you have in mind, however. Be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalised. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So, who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? It's fairly obvious. Well, it's not really, I suppose. We've already said it couldn't be him. So that leaves the security lady and the assistant girl. Now, the assistant girl, if she moved about the studio to do this, she'd have been caught on the camera. And she wouldn't have been able to get rid of that data to, hide the fact of what she did. There's a security lady. She was on her own in the security station for however long. So she has no alibi. And can we really believe her? Was it really a grade school boy who was in the photo, or was it her and she took the opportunity to delete it? All of them seem relatively unlikely, but we need to blame someone else and she's the most likely. Islam. Figure points. It was a security lady when you're back. What? Who? The steel samurai is dragging his leg in the picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene on through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper. Gavel, gavel, gavel. Order, order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, Deslam, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why was she going through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honour. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes number 2, baby. Huh? That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? I normally said an adjection for half a second then. Does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Here we go. Edgy boy. Don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this hole away. Press further, give Granny a break. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case. Kevin used to cast out on Mrs. Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hannah? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Oldbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright. That boy's not a killer. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, always has been nice to the kids and mean to your eldest daddy. Whippersnapper. I have proof. Do we? If we do, I don't know. He says we have proof. I don't. Is it just a samurai spear? Or is it the card key?
Take that!
The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. I was right. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. Well, but they're really scared to comment on this. The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. Gavel. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honour. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. The court has adjourned. Miss Windbag. No one pays her any respect. Oh. She's not finished. I'm not gonna just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking. Even Edgeworth, that's right. Oh great, stop the presses, the Windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? I'm not Edgeworth then. Huh. Well, testify. Witness testimony. My lips were sealed. That must be difficult. The Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. I don't believe this. No, this isn't a bad dream, you are. Witness the power of the Oldbag. Oh, that's an episode title right there. The power of the Oldbag. Mr. Archer cross-examination. Especially considering this whole episode so far has been just Oldbag. Hold it. So, you were told not to talk. That must be difficult, that's right. But the studio and TV bigwigs no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. Except for Edgeworth. Some other people. Deslam. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have been done a run through there? How could they have done a run through of their action scene without a director? Deslam. Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So, where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run through. He joined the producer around lunchtime when they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? That was a Studio 2? Well, if you look at the Wright map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but let's end it then. If the game is giving you a chance to end it like this, and I don't think it normally gives you a chance to end a cross-examination like this, there probably is nothing else to do. We have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Deslam. Yes, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defence's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. You can't cope with this. I understand, Your Honour. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned, unless someone else objects. Nope, no one else objected. District Court, Defendant, Library number 3, blah 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 blah. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. You haven't won yet. It's nothing. Oh, or should I say, Steve? Huh. We'll be going down to the studio to do some more investigation. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have you figured out just who it was in that still samurai costume? Could it really have been Oldbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just burning time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor Oldbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. I don't. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Sniff. Sniffle. Well, it is actually a good opportunity to end the episode. So thanks for watching. We've cleared this trial portion. As you can see, it's well, as you saw in the last the last case as well. It's not just one trial segment. The most there is 3, because they allow up to 3 days per trial. quite different from trials nowadays, which could go on for months and months. But I don't know whether they mentioned this in the game already, but the backstory is there's so many criminals, so many trials, there's a backlog, so they put a limit of 3 days on each. Most people get a guilty verdict because of this, but whatever. So thanks for watching. Come back next time where we'll continue with the investigation to find out who really killed Mr. Jackhammer. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for more Ace Attorney.